Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? This is Sammy Leg here representing Team JVS, here to give you guys another movie review. The name of this film is called She Said. This is starring Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan. Zoe Kazan plays the role of Jodi, and Carey plays the role of Megan. They are top performing journalists. Megan is hot off the heels of a certain presidential investigation right before she gets pregnant. And kind of has to take maternal leave. And then Jodi is investigating what is happening with Hollywood, where a lot of women are explaining that they may have been sexually abused within the production or the inception of the production to trying to get through a sexual assault in the midst of it all. And when Jodi and Megan partnered together to try to start digging, they come to find out one of the most horrific scandals of this generation. And it centers around Harvey Weinstein, which that's still going on. But with the context of this review, I'm just going to go and kind of level it out for you guys. This is directed by Maria Schrader. And I think that the way that she directs this is very reminiscent of another film I saw years back with Mark Ruffalo named Spotlight. It was about the Boston Globe molestation charges that were occurring during that time. This feels like that because what they do is they take the approach of showing all these different accounts for different women, that why and how they got to be in this place in their lives right now because of certain things and actions in their career, because of Hollywood, and because of a certain someone that was front and center at the epicenter of it. They allude to a lot of big names, but they try to preserve how they handle that, which I think they use a lot of tact with that, which is really good. But they don't sugarcoat anything. They leave everything right there on the cutting room floor. A lot of great performances throughout this film. Some that were just devastating and heartbreaking. All of them were just disturbing. I think that was the thing that I got from this, is that this didn't feel like autobiography. It felt like this is still tangible, still malleable, because it's still going on, still literally happening. And every single actor, I think, played their role within reason, because some of the eyewitness accounts are actual placeholders for things that are still happening right now. The thing I find that Carey Mulligan and her performance as Megan is because she's a mother. And she's already dealing with postpartum depression. She's dealing with all these other kind of things from her career. But she's so fearless. And she's so endearing. And at the same time, like, she's being put in so many precarious situations. And it's not to say that Zoe Kazan's Jodi is not, because Jodi, she's having to do a lot of legwork as well. She's having to travel. She's having to do things that are very compromising. Both of these women are just relentless in the way that they're performing this. They work really well together. Chemistry is immediately there, but I think it's not just chemistry between them two. I think it's throughout the whole entire faction of people there. Patricia Clarkson's in this one. Andre Brower is in this one. There's a lot of other actors that do such an amazing job to showcase how this is still very pivotal to make sure you comprehend and understand the levels of how sick this really is, and how messed up this truly was, and how it needs to be course corrected. And it's not even so much to just cash in on the situation. It's no, bring awareness to this is something that cannot, should not happen. I think that is at the end of the core of the message behind this, because it's kind of like you have certain stories that come about. Like, I'll use Emancipation for example. Like, Emancipation is about, you know, a man that's going through his motivation is doing the right thing, and because his belief in God and belief and faith that, you know, this will not be for his people forever. But even at the end of that film, it's not the end. There's still an ongoing fight and struggle that's still apparent even today. And I think this is no different. But it doesn't mean that bringing awareness to what has happened isn't vital and important. I think that is a very keystone with this one. They did some really interesting things with the score with this one. I actually really liked the score. When the moments where it was silent, but then there was moments where it was kind of like a certain rhythm to how things are flowing. I think they did a really good job with that. And just, I mean, honestly, the script, like, I mean, I know this is based on a book, but I think that it's adapted really well. Like, they used the actors' capabilities on every single mark. I would say again that the way that they paced some things out, I think it could have been a little bit tighter, not necessarily as long. This is roughly about 2 hours and 9 minutes long. I don't know if it needs to necessarily be that, but to give every single person room and like a real essence of their perspective and validity of what has happened and account to what has happened, I think that's what makes this very vital either way. This is a must watch. I mean, I think you should watch it. This is rated R, and when you get an understanding of some of the hellacious and malicious things that this person did, and was allowed to be done, and still people are still trying to mop this up, you're gonna be disturbed. I mean, it's gonna be really a hard watch. I mean, it's definitely not you to watch with your kids, and I think you need to hold on because it can be very emotional. It can be very rough to actually hear and listen that this is actually something that happened, and people are still not doing certain things to make sure it doesn't happen again with somebody else. But make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button. I'd rest this at a 9 out of 10. Definitely go and check out C Said. I'll talk to you guys later. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Again, if you get a chance to watch C Said, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. I think the conversation is more important than my review score or perspective about it. It's more so about how and why this does not ever need to happen again. Take care, guys.